Well, now here it is. Every last thing that I own in the world, all right here. It's kind of a sobering thought. This is the rig that we're going to take across the country. First off, we got this homemade trailer, made out of the frame of, I don't know, some late 70s Chevy pickup truck. Look at the springs in there. Ooh, just delicious. That's a solid rig. Got my tail lights from 2 Goldwings. In the back we have my 82 Yamaha XT550, my 85 Suzuki Madura 1200. All my tools and shit. These are all full. And the faithful steed. 1992 GMC Sierra 1500. 8-foot bed, 2-wheel drive, stick shift, 150,000 miles. I have absolutely 100% faith in this truck. It's a beautiful machine, I love it. It'll get us there, no doubt. Inside I got my CB, just a regular old CD player. Really no frills kind of ride. We do have a magnetic clock, but it only works when it's not magnetized to something, so that's kind of a bummer. I can press that button all I want, it's not going to do anything, because as you can see there's no air compressor in here. So we're gonna be going without AC through some of the hottest parts of the country during August of the hottest, driest summer ever since climatologists started scaring people. Not too concerned about it. I mean, it's the Ritz compared to a covered wagon, so we should be just fine. I got the 4.3 V6 down here. And I'm really not concerned because you see here I have installed not 1 or 2, but 3 retractable windows for ventilation. Got my seeds up there. Yeah, gonna be fun on a bun. Whew. And so finally, this is the route. Start here in Wacessa, Florida. 18 hours to Wichita, Kansas. I'm gonna spend 2 nights there with some friends. 16 hours to Salt Lake City, and then 11 or 12 hours to Sacramento. Alright, so it's 6 o'clock in the morning. We got Kata the dog here. Our 2 rats, 2 hermit crabs, my potted plant. Coordinates put in. Ooh, that's a 19 hours and 57 minutes today. Son of a bitch. Let's zero out. Engage.
Decibels, that's just shy of the limit.
Just missed the Georgia line sign. Now we're in Georgia. Good fucking riddance, Florida. You and your Mickey Mouse governor. Here's one thing I know I'm gonna miss about Florida. 1041 and the John Boy Billy Show. Alabama. 3 states down. So this here is Kata. She makes it into a lot of my videos. She's a 14-year-old blue heeler. Awesome little pup. We love her a lot. Down there, I've got our 2 rats, Helter and Skelter. Maybe you'll meet them later, but they're a little freaked out right now. They're hiding in their tubes. I'm bringing 2 hermit crabs because the friends that I'm going to visit in Wichita have this little girl, and they're all allergic to cats and dogs and stuff. They've been wanting to get her a pet, so I have this surprise hermit crabs that I'm bringing. And then we have my potted plant. And some of you might be saying, you know, why the hell is he bringing a bunch of ferns all the way across the country? Well, there's something of a little tradition in my family where when the child of people in my bloodline, I guess you could say, when someone turns 18 and they move, they leave the nest, they move away to college or go get a job or whatever, their father rips them off a hunkful of this potted plant, and this plant has been in our family for like well over 100 years. I mean, it's obviously not one plant. Each of these leaves are individual plants, and they just sort of propagate and they just spread like crazy. They're a very pernicious plant. These plants have survived floods and fires and evictions and all kinds of stuff, and so we all have one. And this one's mine. Man, I love this Rain-X shit. Look at this, it's coming down, really pouring. I don't even have the windshield wipers on. It's just all beating and running away. It's just a beast nuts. Man, I'm just not digging these small ass tires. Oh, that's a lot better. Finally, a break in the weather. It's raining for 5 hours. Kate is napping on my leg. Bit of bad luck there. So I've been drafting this guy for about 45 minutes now. A little 4.3 liter is definitely working his ass off, and so riding this guy's slipstream is definitely going to help us both out. Alright, so I just spent $89.74 on 27.2 gallons of gas, which brought me 366 miles. Divided by 27.2. We're getting 13.5 miles per gallon. That's pretty good, actually. Mississippi. Tennessee today, you're fucking hot. Ugh. Hot, sticky day in Tennessee. Look at that big, beautiful river. Proud to be an American. And here, look at this. Arkansas. Gorgeous. Now, you guys are not going to believe this, but that Harley is the first motorcycle I have seen today. I've traveled from Tallahassee, Florida. Now I'm in Somewheresville, fucking Arkansas. And that is the very first one that I've seen on a road trip to there. See if we can get a shot of them. People get kind of creeped out with the camera. That's the face of dog tired. You know, guys, this really is pretty. I just really enjoy looking out over fields, you know. Pretty part of the country. Oh, this sucks. Traffic jam on a bridge. Oklahoma. It's 10:10 at night. Man, I'm getting there. over 1,000 miles. Finally, there's Kansas. So, I reached Kansas just after 3 in the morning. By the time I get to where I'm going in Wichita, it's going to be about 4, maybe a little bit later. It means I'll have been driving straight for about 22 hours. It's not too bad, you know. I'm not uncomfortable, a little sore or whatever, but the weather is great now, you know, nice and cool. All the animals are well behaved and they're sleeping and everything, and I'm just cruising, and I don't know, it's kind of an opportunity for me to just sort of sit here with my thoughts and listen to music and, you know, sort of zen out and be cool. Alright, so we're out of Wichita. That was definitely a very restful couple of days, and I feel great. Let's keep on keeping on. Nice. Let's see who's riding up on us here. Bunch of Harleys. Finally on I-70 going west. And this is probably going to be my longest stretch of road on this trip. I'm on here for about 440 miles or so. And I really dig I-70. It's one of my favorite highways in the U.S. It's one of the longest ones. Not the longest, but it stretches for like 2,800 miles or something crazy like that. And I was actually born and raised right where it starts, in Maryland. And it's kind of funny, it's like they just stopped making it. Like they were going east, and then one day they were like, all right, we're done. And I mean, there's no ceremony, you know, it doesn't pull into another road. It's just a great, big-ass highway that just stops. And I always thought it was like one of those oddities of the United States highway system. But it's just cool, and it's just this great big highway that you can always rely on to be, you know, a high-speed highway, and there's, you know, hardly ever any traffic on it at any part that I've been on it anyway, and you just go and you just cruise and cruise and cruise. And it kind of personifies something that I've been thinking about, you know, driving out here, and that's like, you know, at home I would get all worked up about, you know, what the president said, you know, or what, you know, the election's going to be, and how our fucking governor did this, and slash benefits for that, you know, and you know, what the media's doing to this, and big corporations, you know, and I get all worked up about it, and I think about it a lot, you know, but out here, when you really see, like, just how big this country is, and just how immovable and reliable this country is. I mean, I'm coming up on these windmills here, and they're just these enormous machines that look like they could just spin and spin and spin all the way through the apocalypse. And I mean, it just sort of makes you think, like, you know, it really doesn't really matter what happens in Washington. You know, it really doesn't matter what happens if we, you know, I don't know, if everything goes to shit and you know, nothing works out the way we want it to, well, there's a whole lot of this big, beautiful country that's just not going to change, you know, and just nobody has the power to change it. And, you know, I know that that's all wishful thinking and there's not a whole lot of validity to it, but that's just the way that you feel when you're out here and you're driving for miles and miles and miles, and it just kind of makes you feel safe in your own country. You know, it just makes me feel really confident in the United States. So, that's my ramble for the morning. Let's see who's coming up on us here. Ooh, cute little Triumph. Very nice. That guy had a bicycle on his motorcycle. Awesome. Fuck, that was scary. Look at that. Ugh, good thing I got a spare. beautiful Colorado. It's just like beautiful Kansas. Just beautiful. Just missed them. That was a sweet old Honda Goldwing, like a GL 1200 or 1100 or something. Very nice to see one of them out on the road. Look at them up there. That old Morocco. Something else, it might be a three-wheeler. Junk, huh? Awesome. Look at that. I guess we're approaching Wyoming. Don't you give me that shit. Turn off. Turn it off. Turn that off. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Big, beautiful Wyoming. Look at that. Look at that elevation. We're over 8,000 feet so far. Finally, it's chilly out. I'm not just marinating my own juices anymore. But goddamn, I'm tired of climbing hills. Come on, little V6. This is a little V6 that could. It's struggling enough. On these hills, man, we just can't put hardly reach 60. It's gonna be a long night. Very nice to see. Woo! We're going downhill now. Look at that, 70 miles an hour. Haven't seen that in a while. This calls for a celebration. So I didn't get as far as I wanted to last night. It was a pretty harrowing drive through Wyoming. I stopped at Green River, Wyoming, so I've got another 850 mile day to finally get to Sacramento. You see we're fixing to tick over to 2,000 pretty soon. So let's quit talking about it and get on it. Would you just look at all this, man? I came in here in the dark and I didn't get to see any of these beautiful rock formations. I tell you, these states just keep getting prettier and prettier. This really is neat, you know, driving through this evaporated up old lake, you know, the salt flats. As a motorcycle and automotive enthusiast, I just think this is almost like hallowed ground, you know. It's like some of the greatest things that have ever been done on motorcycles and cars have happened right here. And we drive every day with, you know, inventions that were tested here. And it's cool. It's a place where there's sort of this equalizing factor where, you know, like just some dude in his backyard who got, you know, a really good idea on how to make a car go really fast. He can come and challenge, you know, engineers and whole firms and you know, auto manufacturers, and he's got a shot, you know. And if you have an idea and you know, and you have the ability to put it out there and give it a shot, you can literally take on anybody in the entire world and go for, you know, a record. You can go for a title or whatever here in Bonneville Salt Flats. It's just, I don't know. It's just really, really neat being here. It's really, really cool. Big badass desert Rocky state stands between me and my new home in California. Let's bust this one up. Man, I just love the dashboard with full instrumentation. I was a little bit low on water, and we were getting a little bit hot out here in the Nevada desert, climbing up all these mountains, and my truck told me before anything crazy happened, and I stopped, put some water in. Now we're back down to normal operating temperature. Good old GMC, man. there's this border, right, between Nevada and California, and I've been chasing this goddamn border across this desert of rock and scrub brush for about 5 hours or so. And so far it's eluded me. Every time I think I'm getting closer to it, it's just boom, 400 miles away, boom, 450 miles away, boom, 350 miles away. It just keeps getting further and further the closer I go. But I think I finally have it cornered. We're about 40 miles away from the border. And I don't really think that there's anywhere I can go this time. So I think I'm finally going to cross it. Nice. Did you guys see that old gold wing? Oh, purple and black. Beautiful. Good looking bobber. California. Go west, young man. I have finally arrived. I'm gonna find Sacramento around here somewhere. So California agricultural inspection took most of my plan. They were gonna take the whole thing, but I told my story about where it came from and the family and everything, and so he let me keep some strands so I could regrow it. And it's gonna be just one more chapter in this plant's tale of survival. Pretty cool. Well, Sacramento's just looming into sight. We have about 30 more miles to go, which is going to put our total mileage for this trip at 2,649, which is a ton, as my back can tell you. As far as how the trip went, I mean, really, it went off without a hitch. Aside from that blowout on the tire and the trailer, there were no failures at all. My truck didn't even receive a scratch. You know, no breakdowns or nothing. The dog and the rats and I are healthy. Yeah, the plant did get chopped in half, and I am pretty badly sunburned on the left side of my body, thanks to the state of Nevada, which shall remain nameless. But other than that, man, it was just an awesome trip. Really the only money I spent was gas and the hotel last night and about 20 pounds of sunflower seeds, which I hand-slung riddled like a trail, leaving all the way back to Tallahassee in case I ever get homesick for that place. But yeah, I'm stoked. I'm stoked to be here. It's California, whole new life, man. I'm really excited. My wife flew ahead and she got this house. We got this rental and she's really excited about it. So I can't wait to see what she set up for us. And yeah, so thanks guys for coming along on the ride with me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Y'all take it easy. Oh my god, it even has a garage. This woman loves me.